Hello, this is Brian again. Welcome to part 4. I think I'm just about there. It was a little further than I thought from where I last checked in, or at the end of my last check-in. It was a false summit. But I believe I found the true summit, which will require a very short, maybe basic class 2 scramble. Let's see. It's been a while since I've scrambled up rocks. I think this is going to be the summit. Oh yeah, this is it. Oh, this is it. This is definitely the summit right here. Just a short little, very basic class 2 at the end. Yeah, this is definitely the peak. Yeah, this is it, peak 7,700. Here I am. Very easy, very short, mini scramble at the end. So this is it. Peak 7,700. It's very viewful from here. That's for sure. You can see Baldwin Lake over towards Gold Mountain. Sure is beautiful. Just wipe my camera off a little bit. Yeah, it's over towards Gold Mountain. Birth Peak's over there. Delamar Mountain. It's that guy right there, I believe. And that's over towards, I believe that's the false summit before Sugarloaf Mountain. Over there. It's like peak 97, 75 or something like that. Which is a false summit before Sugarloaf. Some great views from this peak. Oh man. You can see that whitish mountain, that Silver Peak right there. Did that one back in late January of this year. That was 6,757 feet. And I can see way off in the hazier distance the Ord Mountains. Those are some of the very few peaks in that area that get above 6,000 feet. Ord Mountain there on the left, 6,309. And there's East Ord Mountain, which I hiked back in March, 6,168. So we got some great views from up here. This is a really beautiful peak. I'm not sure, but that could possibly be peak 8095. I'm not sure. That's another one of those random peaks. It might be 8095 or it could be 7996. There are a couple peaks on that side towards Forest Service 2N01. They're a bit higher than this. But this is the actual summit of peak 7,700. Yeah, on the way up here, not that long after I checked out, I saw some decent rock duck on top of a boulder. I was thinking, oh, okay, yeah, I guess some people like to come up here. Well, for people who like random peaks, out of the way peaks, this is one I would definitely recommend. So this peak barely hits the 7,700 foot mark. Just barely, too. I believe that's part of Arrastre Creek heading down towards the desert. I believe that's part of Arrastre's drainage right there. And you see some Forest Service roads all around. I believe that's heading out towards the Granite Peaks area, I believe. Or no, I believe that might be on the other side of this Pinyon Pine. I think that might be the Granite Peaks area, believe it or not. One of those could be one of that might be Tip Top, I'm not sure. There's a mountain called Tip Top Mountain over there. But yeah. Look at the stupendous views up here. Beautiful. This is a good one. Sometimes on these random peaks, you don't see a lot of panoramic views because a lot of times they're hemmed in by trees, as opposed to a lot of the big ticket peaks where you get these crazy views from. But this is one of those random peaks where you get some sick views. I'm loving it up here. This was definitely, I'm definitely glad I decided to. I wasn't sure if I was going to hit a peak today. Like I said earlier on in my video series, I was trying to find a protected area that I wanted to look around and find some interesting stuff. Like I said, I wasn't going to mention the full bit about it. Not only do I want to keep the area protected, but I also don't want my viewers who would agree, anybody who watches my videos would disagree with me giving up the ghost. But instead of doing that, I ended up coming up to this peak instead, which I'm not afraid to share this, because this is something that, it's not that hard to get up here. It really isn't. You just you come over the lip of this little ridge right here. You come over that, then you go down just a little bit, and then you just come right up here. So if you see that rocky outcrop, you'll see that rocky outcropping as you're doing your cross-country climb. Keep that. Let's see. When you're hiking up, keep it to your right, and it'll take you on a fairly easy way to get up here. I didn't really have to really seriously bushwhack to get here at all. I might have had to brush by a few branches, and I know my jeans brushed up against some sagebrush, some ephedra, and some other plants up here, but I didn't really have to do any hardcore bushwhacking. The terrain here kind of reminds me of Scotty Mountain that I hiked back in April, only this peak was 100 times easier to get to. 100 times easier, and the slopes are not even a quarter as steep. But terrain-wise, this kind of reminds me of Scotty Mountain up by the Walker Pass area in Kern County, across Walker Pass from the start of the Sierras. If you're not familiar with that, if you haven't seen that video or been in that area or even heard of it. But you get a nice view towards, like I said, Baldwin, Playa, Big Bear Lake. I see Butler Peak. I think I see Grace Peak from here. Pretty sure I see Grace Peak, but I wouldn't know how to pick it out of the lineup. I've never really seen it or was able to recognize it before. And then yeah, you get some good views out towards the Mojave Desert, Lucerne Valley. Yes. This is totally a winner up here. Again, just pay attention to where you're going. Once you get past that crest there, you can basically start following the end of the tree line back to the dirt road. You might just have to swath around to avoid some bushes, but really glad I came up here. And that's looking over towards Onyx Peak right there. That's where Onyx Peak is going to be. Actually, not this one here, but that peak over there to the left of that dip. That pass over there, that's where Onyx Summit's going to be. The highest point on the 38. So Onyx Peak is the mountain. Onyx Summit is the mountain pass. Sometimes they use the word summit for the high point of a mountain pass. So summit doesn't always mean the top of a peak, in case you ever hear the terms be used in confusing ways. A summit of a peak is the high point of a peak. Then the summit of a mountain pass is, they call it a summit as well. So just a little geographical parlance for you. But yeah, cool views up here, man. Really highly suggestive trip up here. I can even see Snow Summit ski area, that kind of brown patches over there. So the ski areas are kind of too. Oh, excuse me, so a little tired. But sure is beautiful up here. So this is it. Peak 7700. Should definitely suggest taking a hike up this. Good ingenuity will help you find your own route up here. But what I did is I followed more or less, once I left the dirt road, kind of followed a gully, and then the gully kind of branches off to the right and left. I took the left branch, came up this way, then I stopped. Well, I didn't really stop, but I kind of stopped at where the tree line was and kind of followed the boundary between the tree line and the open brush area. But this is it. Peak 7700, short little miniature basic class 2 scramble at the end. Nothing that difficult, really. It's not that hard. It's pretty easy. Could actually do it almost completely class 1 from around the other side of the rock. Actually do it class 1. But I will update one last time at maybe 1 or 2 more times. We'll see. But I'm gonna grab a snack and grab something to drink. Relax for a few minutes, get pictures, and then the obligatory selfie, and it's time to start heading back down. Maybe think about some other possible adventures today, as this is not a really super long hike. So I will see you down the way.